Call 410-970-3791 to set up your appointment today. Lock and Love is on Facebook, so remember to like, follow, and...
Hey, great. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are in the building, I am so happy on today. Let's give it a big round of applause because your girl is back on TRIVIA.s Inspirational Radio Network. Yes. Okay. And we got my first guest of the season, Miss Kate Thurman, my girl. Hey, okay, wait. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. Unapologetically, Unplugged, and it's about a show that we're talking about real life situations, people going through struggles, trials, talking about overcoming, transition, resiliency, talking about empowerment, talking about how people had to boss up and figure out their whole life. That's what this show is, where we talk about these situations and we get really unfiltered, unbothered, unapologetic. I got my girl, Miss Kate Thurman, in the building. Kate, tell them what's up.
Hey, honey. How are you guys? Hey, Chanelle. I'm so excited to be here. I'm going to be a little teeny boy.
Hey, y'all. That's not even her thing. Come on. Let's get in here. Just come on up in here and have a seat, sis. I am so excited for our conversation today. Kate, first of all, let me say this. Congratulations on your ton of success. The strides that you have been able to make in a year have truly just been remarkable. So I'm going to give you your kudos first before we start. I know your schedule is so hectic and busy, so thank you for stopping by on today. Again, I'm always happy to have you in the building. So, ladies and gents, let's get ready to pull into this. Our show today is brought to you by this bad girl right here who can walk in all by herself. Miss She Said Yes to Herself, Unapologetically. This book right here has 21, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 21 fantastic tips, tricks, and strategies that will take you from waiting on it to walking in it. Yes, or this bad girl right here. So if you don't have your copy of this bad girl right here, make sure that you DM me so that I can get you an autographed copy and some little special trinkets so we can get caught up and become fast friends. All right, Kate. So now that we got all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this segment. So first of all, for those of them who don't know, Kate Thurman is a brand all by herself, boo. Kate is an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur with various businesses, including Kate Thurman, coming soon, the Kate Thurman Show. She's with Graceful Gatherings on Zandra TV Network, courtesy of Keep It Real TV. She is also an author, a speaker, an international best-selling author, speaker, just a strategist, a coach. She does so many things. And again, she has some phenomenal non-for-profit organizations. So again, Kate, congratulations and kudos to you. So this theme of this season is the season of release. It's the season of release. We know that there's fall, things are changing. We look at the trees, they're shedding their leaves. What are some things that you are letting go of in this season? And just to kind of get you started, because I'm going to start first, I feel like we've got to have a share before a share. So I'm going to tell you what I'm releasing. I'm releasing, making myself small, packaging myself, and shrinking myself. Your girl's going to release that this season. Your girl is releasing also just negative vibes. People who you got one negative vibe to give me, and then baby cakes, I can't even talk to you no more. I just wave to you from over here like bye boo. I just appreciate it. I wish you well. So negative vibes. And also comparing myself to other people. I'm not making any comparisons. Where they are in their journey, that's best for them. And I'm going to compete with my old version of myself because that's my truest competition. So that's what I'm shedding in this season. Kate, what are some things that you are letting go of in this season?
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. The first thing I'm letting go, like you said, negative vibes, I'm letting go of negative people. That is not just the energy. Some people, even if they try to give you that energy that make you think it's positive, it's a lie. I'm letting that go. Okay. I'm letting go of stress, and what that means from all areas. I'm not gonna be stressing on a job. I'm not gonna be stressing with the businesses, because if God brought me to it, he'll bring me through it. Okay. If he gave it to me, I'm not supposed to be stressed about it. So he gave it to me, and I'm not gonna be stressed about it. Those are the main things that I'm gonna just take away, release, It gotta go.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm here for all of that. I'm here for all of that. I'm here for all of that. I can definitely, just what you said really resonates with me because so many times in your journey, you know, you can have people who can just kind of be that Debbie Downer, take your
Mhm.
whole day down, suck up all your positive energy. You was having a high day, and all of a sudden, I got done talking to him. Now, guess what? I'm on a low day now. So I can definitely respect that. So I thank you for and appreciate you sharing the release.
Mhm.
Kate, I want
Mhm.
to ask you, as a both as an entrepreneur and as a organizer and founder for your not-for-profit organization, what has it meant to you to make an impact with women and families right there, not just in the city of Georgia, sorry, city of Atlanta, but also just broad? How has that been for you?
Well, it's been, I was already humbled, but it humbles me even more each time that I'm able to give back, each time that, I can tell someone my story and help them, and let them see what I'm doing, how I've overcome everything that I've been through. I don't let fear stop me anymore. That, is very humbling. It's exciting actually to know, that I'm able to reach in my pocket and share what God has blessed Chris and I with someone else. That feels good. I'm gonna be honest with you. It feels good because I know what my calling is, and I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm, I love that. Since you brought up the man of the hour, Mr. Christopher Thurman, I want you to tell us what was it like reconnecting with your first love and the love of your life? What has that been like for
Well, listen, now that's some good tea.
you?
Oh, Dr. Todd said it best this morning. It's like a breath of fresh air.
Talk about
Um,
it, babe.
woo, woo. I love Chris Thurman. Okay. Absolutely love him. He adores me and I adore him. He loves me as Christ loved the church. And when you
Mm-hmm.
can find that kind of love, you got something, you better hold on to him. So, when I'm on the phone with you or Jennifer and you hear us with our shenanigans, yesterday, I was it Sunday, I told you, I said, he turned the TV off on me. So being able to, I didn't get offended. It was the funniest thing because he said, well, I was talking to you, you ignored me, and he just took the remote and turned. It's those little things that
Mm-hmm.
makes me very happy because, you know, I am able to smile again. And I haven't been able to smile in
Wow.
20 years, 20 plus years. So being able to smile again, having those little jokes that we play around on each other in the house, and it makes me feel good. I'm sorry, I feel good.
Well, I want to say that you guys are just an amazing inspiration to watch. Anybody who knows the two of you knows that you can tell the love, the dedication, the commitment that you both have for one another. And yes, I'm gonna say I'm a fan of all the antics. Just a shameless plug. If you guys have not started tuning in to Graceful Gatherings with the Thurmans, you can see a little bit of the dynamics between Chris and Kate. But I want to say they really need to release those the backstage footage because
There you go.
they are something else to watch. So that just really needs to be a separate show of its own because you guys are definitely funny. Whether or not you guys are trying to be or not, you're definitely funny and entertaining. That, but at the same time, just make you go, ah, ah. That's cute. That's cute. So definitely hoping to see you guys expand from that as well. So
Thank
we
you.
talked a little bit about the fact that you have a new show coming up. Colleen, why don't you tell everybody the name of it and what the premise of the show is and when the start date is?
The Kate Thurman Show.
Yeah.
And that with that show, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
It's simple. We have graceful gatherings, right? And we let everyone come on and showcase their talents. But with the Kate Thurman Show, is more so just real talk, just real conversation. Come kick back, let's have some conversation. It's just about real life, real situations, real people. That's it. That's all.
Mm,
You
I
know,
love that. I love
that's
that.
it.
Real life, real conversations, real people. That's right there. That's a good tagline. I love it. I love it. So when is that show going to be airing?
On the 18th of October.
Okay, 18th of October. I'm excited because your girl is definitely going to be in the building. So I'm excited. I
Mhm.
can't wait for our episode together. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So you guys make sure you stay tuned and make sure that you guys show Kate Thurman and the Kate Thurman Show some love. So let's get into some of these questions that I got, Miss Kate Thurman. You ready, girl?
Okay.
Okay, well, good. Let's go. So my next question for you, Kate, is just talking about the fact that you have reconnected with the love of your life, who is Chris Thurman. What is a bit of advice that you want to give to those who are maybe have given up on love, or those who are thinking that they want to reconnect with the past love, or maybe they're with somebody right now and they're trying to get through a difficult season, or maybe they're just wanting to be in a relationship? What's some advice that you want to give to them?
Um, for me, to give you advice, I have to be completely honest. For me, I don't go back. So this is
Mm,
God ordained.
mm,
We through. I don't care who you are. We're finished. But not with Chris. I knew then that he was the one for me. Just we had to just take our little break. So when we reconnected, it was like, wow. So I would tell my advice would be to pray, because that's what I did. I prayed. I had a dream. I think I told you this story. I had a dream a week before we got back in contact.
mhm.
And I saw him standing. I had a dream of him standing, and I pulled over and gave him a hug. A week later, we back in contact. And the first thing I said when we talked, I had a dream about you, not even realizing, the magnitude of what that was. I'm like, oh wow. So pray about it. When you get in a relationship, or if you're thinking about going back to someone, think about everything that you went through with Chris. Chris has always been an honest person, then and now. And that's why he's back here now. If he wasn't honest then, there's no way we would be back here now. And he said the same thing to me.
Okay.
So we pride ourselves on being completely honest with each other. Be honest with your partner and
Yes.
trust your partner, and have fun with your partner. So if you pray about it, go ahead and pray about it. God is going to move you in the right direction. And that's what we did. We pray together every day, still to this day, at 2 o'clock every day. I don't care if I'm talking to Chanelle, it can be my mom, it can be my mother-in-law. It doesn't matter. Everyone knows at 2 o'clock, if I'm on a conversation, it can be a meeting with a CEO of a company. I don't care. I'm going to stop and I'm still going to say a prayer, because that's what we do. Pray together.
Yes. I'm a witness, just in case if y'all think that this is just talk. She's like, girl, I gotta hang up. Me and Chris got a prayer day. And then she get back like, yeah, girl, okay, so what was we talking about? So that thing is real life. Some people say that they do things, but they don't actually follow through with what they say. But that's not happening with my girl. She actually does it. So we have Miss Kate Thurman with us today, and I'm excited about this conversation. Kate, in the book, she said yes to herself unapologetically, the anthology. In your chapter, it was a very transparent share. First of all, thank you for being willing to open up and to share about some of the struggles that you've encountered in life. And also, not just that, but how you were able to make that transition and you were able to overcome. I want to just take you a minute back to go back to where you were talking in the anthology and you were kind of sharing your struggle with infertility. First of all, explain to us a little bit what that is and what it's been like. But not just that, also how this encounter that you had with this particular illness, how it's strengthening your faith.
I have PCOS. So it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's symptoms of a cyst on your ovaries. So with PCOS, I was diagnosed in 2004, 2004. So about 20 years ago. And I want to say with PCOS, a lot of women haven't had kids. I have two live kids. So I do have a 23 and a 13-year-old. I also have had miscarriages. So with PCOS, that's one of the struggles. You get the facial hair, you have unexplained weight gain, like the midsection, you have dark spots, just places you're not supposed to have dark spots. And like me, I don't eat a lot, when you look at me and you look at my midsection, you may think that's what's going on. It's not. Your body is insulin resistant. You don't your body doesn't metabolize like the normal person. So sometimes you may not get a period for a year, 2 years, a couple of months. Sometimes you may get a period and it's just irregular a couple of times a month. It just varies by your body and your makeup and everything that you have going on. But by the grace of God, He blessed me with two.
Yeah.
I have Lakithia, who's 23. She'll
Hey,
be
Lakeisha.
24 November 9th. And I have Keith Jr., he's 13. So knowing that I'm able to do it, I like to try to encourage women to, not to lose faith, because it's faith that brought me this far.
Yes.
Um, I just had a miscarriage and last year in April, and I didn't give up. We're actually currently going through fertility treatments now. Well, some stuff I just can't release just yet, but do know that in this process of going through this, I was also diagnosed with Turner syndrome,
Mm.
Mosaic Turner syndrome. It is a rare condition. And then when they did the genetics test, they tell me um, that it doesn't go with PCOS. I'm like most people who has Turner syndrome and PCOS, the two are not supposed to go together, because with Mosaic Turner syndrome, it goes with mostly short people who are under 5 feet. Well, I'm 5'4". I want to say
Mhm.
5'4", and I'm like, well, I don't have all of that, but the genetic test, I looked at it myself, says that, and they ran it again. I do have two conditions that cause for infertility, but by the grace of
Mhm.
God, I'm going to reveal something later on, just not right now. By the grace of God, through prayer, fasting, and trusting God, all
Mhm.
things are possible. I'll say that much.
Yes. Yes.
So, if you have PCOS, I encourage you to not give up. Because I got pregnant with pregnant. I lost I had a miscarriage before him, and I got pregnant off of herbal teas. My sister-in-law does the teas. I ordered some from the Alkaline Goddess. And I ordered some from Wisdom of the Womb, and we were just drinking the teas, and I'm like, look at God, herbal
Won't
teas,
he do it? Won't he
won't
do
He
it?
do it? So I say, if you can get you some herbal teas, do that.
I
If you can
love
see a
it.
fertility doctor, you can do that too. It works. I'll say that.
I love it. Kate, thank you so much for being so transparent in your share. And I just want to say publicly to you in this platform, we're just so sorry about your loss. But I'm glad to see that from that situation that you did not allow it to shake your faith or God's hold in your life, and you still are not, you're still walking in what God's purpose is for you, and you're not questioning what God's will was in that situation, but you're also believing that better is on the way. So I just want to say congratulations to you and Chris in your faith walk, and just continue to do what God has called you to do. I know that God's going to give you that miracle that you're waiting and you're praying for. Um, that brings me to one of the points that we had in Naked and Not Ashamed, this book right here, where we're talking about the wait or the anticipation of delay. Sometimes we take a delay as a denial, but that's not always so. In the book, I talk about Hannah's journey with her struggle with infertility and her wait, and what her waiting time really positioned her to do. It really helped her to encounter God in a way that she had never encountered him before. And it not only gave her the gift that she was asking for, which was one son, but God blessed her and gave her more than that. He gave her additional children that she hadn't even asked for.
Mhm.
And I kind of parallel that with my own journey on waiting for God to heal Tanaya, to get her off of her sick bed. And it took some time for that to happen, but God was gracious, and he blessed in that end. And Tanaya was able to get up off of her sick bed, and she was able to do so many things. And so that really spoke to me. What do you want to say to that listener or to that viewer who's watching right now, and they're feeling discouraged by the time that they are waiting in anticipation for what God is getting ready to do. What words of encouragement do you have for them?
I'm always gonna say trust God. Again, I with Faith Safe Haven when I lost Peanut, God told me not this one but the next one, and
Mm.
that was it took me some time to tell Chris, but I remember when I told him, he was okay after we shared a tear for, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and we knew that we needed to continue to trust God, because being able to birth Faith Safe Haven and being able to help so many people, um if I had given birth to Peanut at that time, it would have taken longer to do that. So I know that doing the work that of the Lord is what I need to do. But I also know that God is going to give us the desires of our heart.
Yes.
I promise you, I know that for a fact. So in saying that, I would tell anyone to, I always say, don't question them. And if you're going to talk to God, talk to him. I talk to him just like I talk to you, and ask him what I'm supposed to do, because I really want to know. Talk to God. Trust God when you talk to him. Trust in his plan for your life and walk in your purpose. I tell any and everyone, we all have a story. What's yours? We all have a purpose. What's yours? So once you do that and you know that you're fulfilling what you're supposed to do, you're going to be blessed with the desires of your heart.
Love it. Love it. I love that. I hope that someone who's going through whatever season they may be in and they're needing to wait, that they're taking some encouragement from that and some motivation and some inspiration, because they know that God is able to do even the exceedingly impossible that we think in our own
Mhm.
minds, that He's able to supersede that. So I thank you again for being so transparent in your share, Miss Kate. And with that, we both gonna take a sip from our cup, and then I'm gonna ask you what's in your cup. I'm gonna tell you what's in my cup right now. Then, well, actually, I'm gonna have you go first since I went first last time. We're gonna ask you what's in your cup, and then I'm gonna tell you what's in mine. So we're gonna take a pause for the calls and go ahead and grab our little drinks, and we're gonna talk about what's in our cup. Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good right there. One more sip.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Girl, I like drinking stuff. That's just what I do.
Mhm.
I love drinking stuff. So
I know.
let's see. So Kate, symbolically, what is in your cup right now? What is it that's in Kate Thurman's cup?
You mean other than my book I'm writing,
Girl.
Walking in My Purpose from Silence to Strength?
Mm-hmm.
That that's
Okay.
one of the things that's in my cup. We talked about the show, Kate Thurman show. We talked about the Graceful Gathering show I co-host with my husband. We talked about pretty much everything except the Women Empowerment event that we're going to have, courtesy of She Said
Oh,
Yes
we
to
gotta talk about
Herself.
that in a minute. I got questions about that, but keep going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm
I
liking
got
it.
all that.
I'm
I'm
liking it.
I'm Sister of the Year, by the way.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Tell everybody about what happened with the Sister of the Year
So
award.
somebody nominated me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody thought I was some kind of awesome.
I know that's right.
And I went to the women's conference, awesome conference, by the way. And guess what? Your girl walked on the stage and walked off with something in her hand.
All right. All
I
right.
was okay with being a woman of the year. Okay, thank you, Jesus.
I love it. I love it. I
So those
love
are
it.
some of the things I have in my cup. Just give
All
you a
right.
little bit.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna receive that. When I think about my cup and what's in it right now, I'm thinking about uh, the level that I'm at right now and where I feel like God wants me to be. Sometimes, you can be your biggest asset and your biggest liability at the same time. And
Hmm.
so, what's in my cup right now is, the fact that I never realized I need to have vision and foresight. One thing I recognize that right now is in my cup is that I need to uh, also not just have vision, but have an execution plan. How am I going to
Hmm.
put what I'm thinking into fruition? And that I also need to stop. playing it small and shrinking myself. That I need to just get to that next level. Like there's things I've been thinking of, things I've had in my back pocket that I haven't pulled out yet. It's like, you playing a spade game, and of course you're supposed to put out a spade, and then you second guessing on when you're supposed to do this thing and get your books right. And so sometimes you can't win the game with a spade. Sometimes it might be a bad club or a bad diamond or whatever you may have that can make that book. And so I'm just really looking at the way I played this first and second and going into the third quarter too. But what I really need to do to show up in this fourth quarter to really push myself forward. And so I'm really excited about that. You brought up the women's empowerment conferences that we're going to be having next year, and so we're so excited to have Kate Thurman and Angelically Blessed to be a part of the women's empowerment events. What has it been like for you, Kate, to be able to use not just your voice but your platform to have a positive advice, a positive platform for other women to inspire them to be all that they can be?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I still pinch myself because I'm like me. Excuse me. It's this asthma I got, y'all. Sometimes with me, I sit back and I'm like, me? Because at first I didn't want to do any interviews. I shied away from every time you said we got an interview. I'm like, I ain't doing no interview. So knowing that I'm now in front of the cameras, I'm touching, people's lives. I am impacting, so many people. Let me pinch myself right now. Being able to confidently say, I'm Kate Thurman, boo. Right. And look over my shoulder like that. Because I'm Kate Thurman, boo. So I am still in awe. I'm super excited for what's to come. And I'm happy that I'm able to do what I'm called to do. I feel like that's a part of my being. That's a part of what I'm supposed to be doing. That's a part of who I am. My identity is this is my identity. I'm figuring out who Kate Thurman is. Now I know I'm Kate Thurman, boo. So it feels good.
Isn't that something? Because when we met last year, a little bit over a year ago, because I met you in like August or July of last year. And when we met, you didn't want to talk about your story. You only want to talk about what was going on that was right now. When we talked about, hey, we're going to do interviews. No, I don't want to do interviews. All of this stuff. To, okay, Chanelle, I want to coach with you. To this girl that did I don't know, she just morphed into somebody totally different. Overnight, it seems like. And now, not only are you doing your own interviews, but you're interviewing people. You interviewed a couple of celebrities this year too. I'm talking about Melba Moore. I'm talking about my girl MC Light. So many producers, actresses. So many I can't even name drop everybody. But what was that? I mean, because it's like a full circle moment in a year. For you. So what has that been like for you to see yourself one way and then now recognize this change?
Ooh. I'm a celebrity, boo. First of all, I remember when I called, I'm like, Chanelle, I need you to coach. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I need you to coach me. That's my coach, y'all, by the way. And you said, okay, I got you. First of all, let's go back when we first talked. And I thought, this woman told me something, well, how you going to empower women? And I was like, oh. I said, well, I just want to tell, the good stuff. And you kind of read me my rights. I'm like, well, no, that's cute. But how are you going to empower women? And, the story when I came back the next day. And you was like, you're a whole nother person. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to talk about this. And it started from there. And then I remember we would coach. And I was like, I used to hide from your homework. When Tuesday came or Thursday came, I'm like, man, I'm going to try to get out of this. You was like, absolutely not. You did your own work. I said no. So, now being able to not only do some interviews, but conduct some interviews, be on with the most amazing publicist in the world.
Don't even steal one of my questions, girl. But okay, go ahead. Just
Well,
go
you can
ahead.
still ask it because I'm gonna say it again.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So it feels good. When we found out that we were gonna do MC Light together,
Uh-huh.
it was like,
Exactly.
then you
Exactly.
we had it together. Hey,
We
how you doing? But you listen.
And I
And
was
I
proud of
thought
us because
that
we didn't even
afterwards,
fangirl crush as much as we could have. Because I wanted to be like singing our songs, but I was like, that's gonna be inappropriate. Let me just
yeah,
step it
we
back a little bit, and then
we
I'm gonna get booted off of all the rest of the interviews. So I had to just like hone it in, pull it in.
we had to act right. I don't want we had to act right, act right.
Yeah,
We
I
had
had to act like I had been there before, so Cyrus don't like
right.
knock us off the building. But what has it been like working with a publicist like Cyrus? And I will also ask you, why do people need a publicist? Sometimes people don't know why they need one, but what has it also been like for you to work with a publicist?
Well, oh wow. It's not just a publicist, it's Cyrus Well. Okay.
Baby, talk about it. Talk about it.
I think if I had went with someone else, I wouldn't be right here where I am with the opportunities that I have. Because originally, when I was like, okay, I was thinking about getting a publicist. I was like, well, I just want a little basic, just want to just expand a little bit. Wasn't even thinking, didn't know really what I wanted, what I was looking for until I got here and realizing that he's amazing. He's
Mm-hmm.
honest. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is true. You know, when on my birthday, when he was like he was coming into town, and I realized I was getting ready to meet Cyrus, I was done. My birthday was good.
Girl, and you done met him in person, and I haven't even met him in person yet. And he's been my publicist longer than he's been yours, and you actually met the man in person. But
Yeah,
keep going. I'm not gonna ruin your story.
that's okay. That's okay. Now he don't want us acting up on the show.
No, he don't. Go right on ahead, man. Go ahead.
But it feels good to know that he keeps all of us grounded. I think I can
Yeah.
safely say he keeps all of us grounded. We have so much respect for him because he's very, very professional. So you need a publicist that cares about his clients because that's what Cyrus does. Make sure that they care about their clients, they're fair, they're honest. Cyrus ain't got no time to be trying to sit here and worry about if you feel some type of way. He's gonna do what he feels is right, and you're just gonna go with it. Whatever he says, we go with it because we know it's the right choice. Okay, all right.
I love it.
So if you have someone, if you can find a publicist that you can trust completely, if you have a publicist that have everyone's, not just yours, not just the next person, but everyone's best interest in the group at heart, listen, you got something. That's why you need a publicist. That's why you need Cyrus. I'm just saying. I didn't say I'm not gonna stop at just a publicist. Cyrus.
Well, I'm gonna say this: he only have a couple of slots left, so it might not be. It may be Cyrus for some, but it won't be Cyrus for everybody because he keeps his
I ain't going nowhere.
small, right, intentionally,
right
so that he can give us the attention that we need. So I can't say. Hopefully, you can get in because he got like maybe 2 or 3 slots left, but who's to say? Those things could be gone as we speak. So if you want to talk with him, make sure you check out Cyrus Webb. So
right.
Kate, we talked a little bit about the fact that you have your business, your what you're doing with Kate Thurman, the fact that you are an international best-selling author. Tell us a little bit, a tidbit. You kind of hinted towards it earlier about this upcoming book. Who is it for? What is it about? And why should people be checking for this?
So this upcoming book, I'm gonna give you a hint. If you read the chapter and she said yes to herself unapologetically, then there's your hint. If you didn't get the book and read the chapters, all of them, all 31. Okay, I'm gonna start there, but let me go back. So who this book is for is for the woman or girl who felt like they have been silenced all their lives, who has been, picked on or been in any kind of domestic violence, who have been just in that corner, shying away, feeling like you're less than, no one cares about you, not knowing where to turn, what to do, where to go, and all you have is God.
Mm.
And turning to God is all you need to do. So if you are that woman or young lady and you want to be inspired by how me, I came from um feeling like no one wanted to hear me. My voice just was left unheard. Always being picked on, beat on, and just you name it, it happened. But where I am now, I got here through Christ. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Mm.
And if you know and trust that you can do all things and you need some encouragement, then you should get walking in my purpose from silence to strength, because I went from silence to strength. All of those things that Chanelle named that I've overcame and I've done in a year, it's true. It's true.
Oh yeah.
All of this stuff that you see here, CEO of Angelically Blessed, TV producer, author, that is not all of it. That's just some of it. But all of this happened when I trusted God, when I got with the one that I'm supposed to be with, when I I talked to God and I asked God what it is that He had for me, because I know that I had a purpose. And I almost let fear stop me from joining that anthology with Chanelle. I did. But I went and I surrendered that very next day, that Sunday. And I trusted God. And I'm glad I did, because that what's behind me is gone.
Yes.
I'm looking forward. So if you are that woman, get the book.
I know that's right. So you telling me she gonna hear a little bit about your story. She's gonna figure out how to find her own purpose because God got a purpose and plan for her life. She's
Mm-hmm.
also gonna figure out some tips and strategies on how to see from your story as a survival guide to get her out of her. So I love that. I think that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be empowering, inspirational. I can't wait to get my copy. So ladies and gents, make sure that you guys pick up yours as well. So one of the things that
Mm-hmm.
we didn't touch on today is that you are a TV producer at Zandra TV Network, courtesy of Keep It Real TV. What has it been like for you, Kate, to make the transition into the role of producer?
Woo. Listen, I want to tell you, I started out on a different show,
Mm-hmm.
and I just felt like I said, okay. I was praying and talking with Chris, and I said, well, I'm gonna pray, because I want to do something different. I want to, because I have like a bubbly, attitude. So I was like, I want to bring something different, like something with you is what I said. So
Mm-hmm.
I text Lachelle. She is her micro network, Keep It Real TV. And I was like, how many channels can you have? And she was like, as many as you want. But we ended up praying about it and ended up, going with Graceful Gatherings with the Thurmans. And I was talking to Chris. He was like, yeah, he was real supportive too. I was like, yeah. So I said, so we can do Graceful Gatherings. He was like, wait, what? Yeah,
I
I'll
know
be
that's
behind
right.
the camera. I said, no. We can be in front of the camera, remember? And he's like, no, that we didn't have that conversation. I kind of like tricked him into it. It's like, no, she said we can. Remember when we was talking?
Yeah, because for those of you who don't know, Chris is very shy. He's very shy.
Yeah, he is. So, and I remember I was coaching with you. I said, well, you're gonna have to start coaching with Chanelle. So she got to help us. And I was like, Chanelle, you got two of us. She was like, wait, what?
Well, y'all
So
definitely a team. Y'all definitely are team Thurmans all day, every day.
yeah, so that's how, and it feels good being able to come from that to both of us in front of the camera. Um, it's not like pulling teeth because it's fun. Like sitting there and having our prayer time before we film, and then just going with the flow and just enjoying it and being on Zandra TV network. And I want to, say that because of Lachelle and Zandra having their prices so affordable to be able to do streaming TV, it's been well worth it, to be there and to say, wait, I got this platform. It makes you feel good. I'm like, I'm a producer, y'all.
You are. And so for those who are looking to be able to have a greater impact and bigger reach, who understand the limitations of what social media can do, being that they don't own the platform, and Mark can turn it off on Facebook and on Meta and all those different things. How can they connect with you to have a show on Graceful Gatherings? And what kind of specials are you doing right now with
Ooh, I
Graceful
got
Gatherings?
some. So they can send an email inquiry to Graceful Gatherings 811 at gmail.com. Or they can reach out and send an inquiry through our Facebook page, Graceful Gatherings with the Thurmans. So when you do that, we will reply back. We have the packages we have. We have one is for $397.
Okay.
It includes an episode with Graceful Gatherings with the Thurmans, a video from yours truly, Chanelle Coleman Wesley,
Talk about it.
media kit from Melissa Banks. And guess what? Y'all ain't ready. Y'all gonna get an
Talk
interview
about
with
it.
Cyrus Wade.
That's right. On Conversation Time. Love it. Love it. So in case you guys missed that, only $397. You're going to be on with Graceful Gatherings with the Thurmans. You're going to get a media kit by Melissa Banks, who does professionally crafted speaker sheets or different things depending on what you need. It's some type of media kit. You're going to get a 15-minute video, or sorry, interview with Cyrus the Web. He's a serious man, like a serious brand. So you're going to be on Cyrus Conversations Live, and you're going to get a video from your girl. So make sure you guys go ahead and send that inquiry to Graceful Gatherings. So Kate, thank you for sharing that. There's so much going on that I got to figure out like what's next. And I'm so happy, like I said again, that you're taking the time out of your busy schedule to be able to connect with us on today. The time seems like it's just flying by because it's literally a time with a friend. We do this all the time, but just not on this kind of platform, but we do this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say, we all have things that we've come through and things that we wish we had known back then. If you can say something, to your younger self, what would it be and why?
It would be to understand who you are and know that you are valuable. I would value my younger self more. And at the same time, when I say that, I also don't think I would change that much because what I went through is what shapes me to who I am right now. But I would say, understand that you are valuable. You are a valuable person. That's what I would say to my younger self.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We kind of talked a little bit about your non-for-profit organization, Angelically Blessed. Please tell us a little bit more about what Angelically Blessed is, who it helps, and some of the things that Angelically Blessed has coming up on the schedule.
Okay.
Okay.
Angelically Blessed, with Angelically Blessed, we help family impeding homelessness. And we started at, I'm going to say, I know firsthand how it feels when I had a house fire in 2019. I left for work. And it was only me and my daughter, the oldest one, Lakithia. She was at college, and I worked an hour and a half from where I lived. And I got a call and was like, your house on fire. I'm like, who house? Your house. Like, no, we just called the people to come fix the air conditioner, right? So I get home and I saw fire trucks and everything. I couldn't even get down to get to my family, not knowing what to expect. No lights, no water, and Red Cross gave us $1,500. Pretty much everyone in the house had asthma, and we ended up going through savings and everything, because when you got that $1,500, that's all you was gonna get. There,
Mm.
you had to take some of that money to get new breathing machines, because of the smoke going in the machine. You can't put that in your lungs. So I
Wow.
know firsthand how it feels to be homeless, pretty much. Even though we were in a hotel, we had we had nothing, and no one come to your rescue. So
Mm.
we did that because of that. And my husband, he's just a giver. He's like me. We both are givers. Bless his heart.
Good.
He, we talked about how can we continue to give, because before we started Angelica Bless, we've always given. It just wasn't in front of anyone. No one knew.
Right.
We would go downtown Atlanta and we would fix 100 sandwiches, and we would gather all the clothes and go feed them and talk to them and sing to them, because they're people as well. So we were talking, and I said, "Well, babe, we need to do something." He said, "Yeah." Well, babe, why don't we put $5 in an account, and each one of us, we put $5 every time we get paid? And I said, "Well, babe, when we put that $5 in there, we ain't gonna have much to help people." He was like, "Yeah, you're right. Well, let's go ahead and start a nonprofit." I was like, "Yeah, let's do that." We prayed about it first, and God, it gave us the vision for Angelica Blessing. It wasn't hard to come up with the name, because Chris always called me, since we've been back together, my angelic angel.
Oh, girl, don't y'all see what I'm talking about when I said they just so cute? Okay, keep going.
That's where the name came from. It came from Chris. And he'll tell you. He would text, my angelic angel, "I love you, angelic angel, Lord." And I'm like, "You gonna name him after me?" Not after me, but he's like, "Yeah."
Aw, that's
And
just amazing.
that's how we came up with Angelica Bliss.
I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
I love it. That's just inspiring. I had the opportunity to be there firsthand last year for your impact event for Faith Safe Haven, which
Yes.
was tied to the Angelically Blessed umbrella, and to
Mhm.
see firsthand you guys make impact inside of families' lives. And so it was really touching and inspiring to me, especially the prayer that happened, not in front of all this public, view and things of that nature, but it was, the members who were a part of the angelically blessed team and board, and just standing with this family, coming in agreement, praying, and not just having words of encouragement and prayers, but providing tangible help for this family who was in need. It was just really inspiring to watch. And not to mention the women's impact event that you all held that weekend as well, that was there to be able to support and to be able to provide a space for women, a safe space for women to have a space to be able to speak and to have their voices heard. So it's just, again, just so, so, so impactful and so necessary, because
Mhm.
so many times people are feeling as if they, from their stories or from situations, as if they have lost their voice. And so giving something back that creates a space where people have a safe space to share, but especially women, because so many times, just from the constraints of gender biases and things of that nature, just having that intentional space was just really truly impactful for me as well. So
Thank
again, I just wanted to thank you and publicly acknowledge, the work that you all are doing, what
thank
you
you.
are putting in to be able to bless and to connect and to impact families. I mean, I thought I helped people, but these people down there, they help people too. So I just said, I'm just blessed by your ministry, what you guys do to be able to
Yeah.
support families in need, those who are facing impending homelessness. And just being honest, the way rent and mortgages are these days, we're only a couple paychecks away, you know what I mean, from something happening before you can see yourself in that same light. So, like I said, I just want to thank you guys for what you all are doing to be intentional, to be your brother and your sister's keeper. So, again, kudos to you and Chris and Angelically Blessed and all that you
Thank you.
guys do. But you didn't tell us about the gala that's coming up. So I was hoping that you were going to give us a little bit
I
of a
am.
teaser. You don't have to give us everything, but just give us a little bit of a teaser of what's going on with your gala event that's going to be happening in 2025.
Listen, on
Okay.
March the 1st,
Mm-hmm.
you should be in the building. This is going to be a fundraiser for Angelically
Okay.
Blessed so we can help the families in need. But with this gala, it's Angelic Gatsby is the theme.
Oh, girl. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Uh-huh. So
I already know
listen,
what I'm wearing. Okay. Let me
you
just
do.
go
I've
ahead.
been looking. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we have so many, we honor women a lot. You know, I do a lot of honoring women with Faith Safe Haven women's ministry. But not all the time we get to honor the men who step up and the men who's in ministry and the men who are influencers and the men who are there for their families and the men who help the men like Chris be the type of man he is. So let me tell you, we're honoring.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it here first. Cyrus Webb,
All right, Cyrus Webb in the building. Okay, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We already know he makes an impact. Okay, I love it. I love
Edward
it.
Thurman,
All right, Mr. Thurman.
hmm Pastor Todd, Christopher Todd,
Okay, Pastor Todd.
Jerome Atkins,
All right, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Connie Thurman Sr.
All right, all right.
And these men have each have different awards that describe them and the work that they do in the kingdom and the work that they do with people here, with helping people come together. All of these men here that we are nominating, we watch their work. We know what they do, and let me not just go past the fact that we have someone who she gives the shirt off her back for Angelically Blessed. If it's not Chris and I coming out of our pockets, she would go in her personal pocket. She will bless families. Even if we are blessing the family,
Mm,
she blesses the family double out of her own
mm.
pocket. She helps me, she keeps me grounded on the back end because it's a lot of things that I do. And I am so excited to honor Lakithia King as Sister of the Year because of all of the work that she does. I'm super excited. I'm honored. And that's my daughter, y'all. Trust me, everyone will tell you she's deserving.
She's
And
very deserving.
she is. Because at first I was just like, honoring everybody else. And she was like, well, wait, well, wait a minute.
Wait 1 second here.
Yeah. So now that's just a few. I'm not naming everyone that's being honored, but that's
Okay.
just to name a few. I just dropped a
Just giving
few
us a
names.
teaser.
So, if you want to come be empowered, you want to come have a evening of success, come on to Angelic Gatsby Gala, March 1st, 2025. It's going to be awesome.
I
It's
love
gonna
it.
be,
So they're going to have an amazing time at a wonderful function event, but it's also going to have the opportunity not just to support a good time, but to also impact families. And that's what it's all about. The fact
yeah.
that you guys are doing these events to be able to help those who are in need, the less fortunate, those of us who are suffering and maybe many times don't have an additional resource or a way to receive help. And so we just truly thankful that you are guys are just kind of working towards being that support, being that aid there. Before we get ready to wrap things up, I did want to ask you, Kate, how can people follow you, stay connected with you? And before you tell us that, is there anything else that's on the calendar that we should know about?
Well, yeah, right after the gala now, we have that, sneaker ball. Now, you was down last year for the sneaker
I was
ball.
down at the sneak ball.
This year is boombox, sneaks, and beats. That's the theme. And that's April
Mm,
27th. We have a fashion show in February.
mm.
All of these are fundraisers to help raise money to give back to the families that we try to help.
Girl, I gotta come
So,
to Georgia.
yeah,
Okay, all right, keep on. Okay, go ahead.
come on, be great.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
have to. I'm gonna have to come down there. I
Be
am.
great. So those are the few things we have going on. Of course, we've already talked about the women's empowerment. I'm super excited about that.
I am too.
Empower a woman, empower a nation.
We didn't, but we're going to be doing that. That's going to be happening in October 2025. But what made you, real quick, last thing, what made you say yes to participating in She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically presents Empower a Woman, Empower a Nation? What made you say yes to this impactful event that's going to be coming up, that's going to support, that's going to uplift, that's going to put some fire under women? What made you say yes?
After I talk with you, and again, I say um, that fear was starting to take over. And God, doesn't give us fear. So I knew that wasn't of God. And when I went to church and I said yes in that moment at church before I came home and called you back, I said yes in that moment because God told me to trust him. And I am so glad that I said yes, because saying yes, I realized that what I needed to do, I'm doing. I'm finally walking in my purpose. I needed to say yes to be able to walk in my purpose.
Love it. I love it. We'll tell people how they can stay connected with you, Miss Kate Thurman.
You can reach out to me at angelicallyblessed0811 at gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 770-765-6641, or you can reach us on Facebook, Kate Thurman, Angelically Blessed. We are all there. Send us an inquiry. We'll reach back out to you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. As I said before, this episode today has been brought to us by her right here. Miss She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically. Again, she gives us 21 amazing tips how to take us from waiting on it to walking in it. Make sure that you talk to me directly. Message your girl, Chanelle Coleman Wesley, so you can get your autographed copy and book from me. Just go ahead and hit me up on Messenger, but I got you. I want to thank my amazing guest, Kate Thurman. If you guys are looking for a way to truly make an impact, to be able to share, to be able to promote people who are just really doing some amazing things for people, and not just in the community, but the world at large, just all the various initiatives that they have, the support that they provide, and also the platform to be able to give a voice to those who are silenced through suffering. So just make sure that you connect with her. It's been an amazing episode. We want to thank Trivia Inspirational Radio for having us on today. And that's all the time that we have left, guys. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Thank you, Chanelle. Thank you, Trivia. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, gorgeous.